What's up, guys? Welcome to this new video on Elvis is the Man. I want to share with you some footage that's been around for a while from Seattle, Washington, 1970. Now, this show took place November 12th. There was 15,000 people there, and this little bit of footage here captures Elvis's showmanship. I wish so much of these shows were recorded, or at least in better quality than this. Maybe some things are out there like we come across occasionally, but I want to share this with you guys, and then I'll talk to you about that actual Seattle concert right after this. Guys, you can see from that footage there, it's a little blurry, but it's just like you could even hear some people in the crowd say, "Yeah, Elvis is the king, isn't he?" Like, you can tell that the people there were just mesmerized by his charisma, showmanship. A few things about this concert that I can share with you. I have the book Taking Care of Business in a Flash. It talks about Elvis from like July 1970 to January 71. It's a great book. If you can get it, it's a FTD. I suggest you get it. It came with the CD, Elvis in Portland, Oregon, the day before. I did a review on it. I can actually put it in the link of this video. Now, there were 15,000 people there, and I put some reviews of this on Instagram on my story. So if you go to ElvisistheMan Instagram, you can read portions of the review. But basically what the people said there from like the Seattle Times, that this show, you could tell that Elvis he had the charisma, he had the showmanship, he had the ability, but a lot of people were lacking the substance that Elvis actually put into it. It seemed like he was kind of not putting his best into it, maybe a 7 or 6 out of 10. There was a lot of negative reviews about Elvis just joking around a lot, and the jokes were like amusing enough, they'd say, but not what they'd expect from the king of rock and roll. It's like they had the ability, it's like Jordan going out there and just kind of playing, half-hearted, or like LeBron, taking a game off because he was trying to conserve his energy for later on in the season or the playoffs. There were some good reviews talking about Elvis still had the presence and his fans were mesmerized, but some of these people who do the reviews, they're not necessarily Elvis fans. The show was about 40 minutes long, so this is like one of the shortest shows that Elvis ever gave, aside from the 50s appearances. And that could be because Elvis was still getting the swing of things. A lot of shows from this tour were actually under an hour, when later on, like the Pontiac Silverdome show or the New Year's Eve show in '76, were like an hour and a half long. So Elvis, maybe Parker was telling him, hey, keep it short and keep him wanting more, which Elvis did. Some things about this concert that you might find interesting, and another reason why it was maybe so short was because he didn't have Suspicious Minds, which was usually a 6-minute performance, like the show stopping lot. I don't know why. Maybe he just wanted to get out of there. He didn't have Bridge Over Troubled Water in there, but you can tell from that footage that I played, even if you were there, you would have loved it. I wish some stuff like the San Diego footage would surface, and maybe it will one day. An interesting fact about this show was on the plane ride from Portland to Seattle, because he did Portland on the 11th and this concert was on the 12th. He was reading the paper and it says that Elvis sold 300 million records, and the Beatles, the closest at this time, this was 1970, only sold 60 million. Elvis stood up on the plane, showed everybody the article. He was so happy, Kathy Westmoreland said, and everybody was happy for him. And he's like, nobody's ever going to catch up with me now. I want to start doing some reviews of the concert from this November 1970 tour. It was great. He was still thin and in shape with a lot of energy. like you see in that video that I posted from a couple weeks ago that I added the sound to, the San Diego professional footage. That's amazing. His hair was longer. It was just before Thanksgiving. It was a great time. I'm gonna make some more reviews on this tour, so stay tuned. Hit the like button. It helps to grow and expand the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Elvis is the Man on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. You can check out my Bible and fitness page. The links will be in the descriptions for those. Talk to you next time.